What's up, guys? It's your most loved Power Scaler here, King of Godzilla, and today we're back with another video, and this video is debunking Goji Center's Legendary Godzilla vs. Shin Godzilla's 5th and 6th forms, in-depth battle analysis. Now, I've watched the first part and never recorded it, but, I do want to say before we start, what Goji Center is saying, one, no hate to Goji Center, and two, all of the things that he's saying is hypothesis. But there is stuff that I do want to debunk in this video, so let's get on with it. I like the intro.
Goji Center, we covered an epic battle featuring legendaries G-Man against the bizarre Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla won the Atomic Breath category.
We will take this a step further and discuss
Yeah.
For some odd reason, he doesn't. No.
failed to incinerate his
Yeah, I mean,
opponent,
he's like, even if you didn't know power scaling, Legendary should still win the Atomic Breath because he drilled to the Hollow Earth. Could push back King Ghidorah.
Yeah, bro, okay, and the thing
What
is,
Shin Godzilla's beam does, slice a few buildings.
Yeah, and the thing is, she said Shin can do the same thing, but he has yet to show any evidence.
Yeah, he has yet to show any evidence of how.
It's hypothesis. And 6th forms. Join us as we closely analyze a hypothetical scenario where these two monsters face each other once again, taking into account the new weapons, abilities, and counters that Shin would bring to the battle arena. Don't forget to subscribe to fill your feed with more battles and more carnage. Coming up, Shin Godzilla's 5th forms and beyond against legendary Godzilla.
And beyond.
Before Shin Godzilla tries to get his revenge, let's first talk about some cool monsters.
Nope. Guys, do not download Raid Shadow Legends. No one cares about it.
Scenario, we first need to pick up where we left off in the previous battle analysis. If you haven't seen this analysis yet, pause this video, go watch it, and then come back.
Have you seen the first one too, Manic?
In the previous analysis, we concluded with an unclear winner, given that we aren't 100% sure of whether or not legendary.
Yeah, no clear winner, even though, power scaling terms, Legendary Godzilla would one-shot Shin. It wouldn't even be a close fight.
Godzilla,
I'm pretty sure he would vaporize him too.
He would just vaporize him.
That we have absolutely no
Shin's durability is millions to...
Is millions below legendaries. Like he gets hurt by exploding trains and missiles and bombs on his back. Legendaries over here taking nukes, hits from King Ghidorah, Kong, Mecha Godzilla, the Muto Prime, survive a fall from the stratosphere.
Should he regenerate again? In this video, we will discuss 3 possible outcomes that would happen if Legendary Godzilla wins.
I do like these simulations. They look cool.
But doesn't dispose of the entire body. These are completely hypothetical scenarios based on what we already know about Shin.
This video discusses hypothetical scenarios based on known information regarding Shin's biology. Hypotheses mentioned should not be considered to be factual to the creature's canological docile.
Having said this, let's now.
So yeah, like I already said, guys, what he's saying, this is all hypothesis, but I am going to debunk this.
According to Shin
this is going to be an easy one to debunk right here.
Yeah, you could just debunk it. Wait, you could just debunk it by saying it's just retconning it.
Exactly.
Creatures.
2 Shins. That would have been so cool in the movie. Like he just duplicates himself. That actually looks real. That looks fire. It looks so real.
It's mentioned in the film that this Godzilla's body can regenerate similar to a starfish. Once entire limbs or pieces of this creature are cut off,
these small little arms
into duplicates of the same creature.
Starfish.
In this particular made-up scenario, Legendary Godzilla severs the head of Shin and walks away. But these 2 chunks regenerate, forming 2 separate entities. 2 Titans, 2 Shin Godzillas. Now, the question. Can Legendary Godzilla take on...
Yes, he can. He can definitely take on 2 Shins.
He vaporized, he
would vaporize them both. And regardless, even without his atomic breath, 1 hit from a tail or any other limb from the body, Shin would be dead.
2 Shin Godzillas.
So yeah,
to successfully take on
Legendary just has to walk into him, and then Shin's dead.
Now have to adopt a different fight methodology than what he usually resorts to. In the past, we have seen Godzilla perform well against a single foe. In a 1v1 match, this Titan is very difficult to beat. But against 2 foes, Legendary Godzilla will probably struggle. In order for this fight to go in the G-Man's favor, his first priority would be to eliminate these two as fast as possible by closing the distance between himself and
Yeah,
one
he
of
don't
the
need the
opponents.
atomic breath.
In our previous battle analysis,
Dude,
we see
murdered
that
him.
Legendary surpasses Shin in physical prowess, movement, and intelligence, meaning that this fight can be won by Legendary Godzilla under certain circumstances. In this scenario, Godzilla closes the distance between the first Shin Godzilla and uses it as a shield of sorts to prevent getting
would've
hit
been
with
cool
more
if he did.
atomic heat rays from the other Shin. Once this one is defeated, Godzilla will then proceed to eliminate the next one by using the same process: approach and kill. Failure to follow this method would only mean that Legendary G-Man would now get hit from 4 directions at the same time, making it much more difficult for him to win. If this is the case and Legendary does survive this fight, this kaiju will have learned to incinerate this entire kaiju this time to prevent it from regrowing into something stronger. Note that this scenario does not take into account
I
the
like
fact
this
that Shin
shot.
evolves into
The
a
shot of his mouth. It looks
stronger
so
creature.
good.
But what if it did? The next
That sounds
simulation
wrong
will
the way
I
uncover
said it.
just that.
Yeah, it does.
I like the way of his mouth looks.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Number 2, Shin Godzilla's 5th form.
Alright, now we're getting
In
into
the
better
previous battle
debunking
face-off,
stuff.
we discussed Shin Godzilla's most unique ability, which was its ability to evolve into a stronger kaiju. Now, it's really important to note here that the way this regeneration functioned depended on a few variables. Shin Godzilla evolves to counter whatever its opponent is at that point in time. Let us explain. At the end of this film, we saw Shin Godzilla's body get frozen thanks to a special coagulant that stopped this animal from functioning. Had this not worked, Shin Godzilla would have evolved into these smaller humanoid creatures you see here.
Humanoids, yeah, to
That's
take
right,
on the
folks.
humans.
In order to combat humans,
This
more
would have been
effectively,
so cool
this
to look
creature
at,
would
though.
evolve
Like,
into
look how
smaller
sick this
Godzillas that
is.
would wage war against humanity at a
Yeah.
smaller and more functional scale. But in today's scenario, Shin Godzilla went up against a more powerful G-Man, lost, but luckily was not blasted to ashes with atomic breath, giving him the opportunity to regenerate to a 5th form. Note that this 5th form will now be custom built to counter
Evolutionary
anything the G-Man
boom
has
of
the edge
Kaiju
on.
Universe, so you know
In
it
the
has that
previous
photo.
video, we saw that in terms of melee weapons, Legendary Godzilla far
Yeah,
outweighs
obliterates
Shin. This is
Shin.
now about to change. Shin Godzilla's brain has collected enough data on Legendary to come up with a new body of its own. First, its posture is now more animalistic, allowing it to face forward and orient its head at a better angle.
It looks
Now
cool,
has
but it
longer
also
and
looks disgusting at the same time. Like, compare his head to his arm. It's so much smaller.
Stronger forelimbs, tipped with sharp points to inflict melee damage. Its legs are now better equipped for faster movements. Additionally, this creature's muscle concentration
Faster
have
move.
now shifted. to
How
give
would you call this faster? He looks fatter and chunkier. And a lot heavier. I don't know how he'd be faster.
it a stronger core. In the previous film, we witnessed an underdeveloped head starting to form at the tip of this tail.
Dang.
Now Shin comes equipped with 2 heads, better fitted to attack from many angles. And finally, because Shin
This
seems to
looks
increase in height
so
in every
weird.
phase, Shin Godzilla now has a size and weight advantage over Legendary Godzilla.
Yeah, a
Not to
weight
mention
advantage.
any
When he just
potential
moves
upgrades with
slower.
its atomic blast. Now, would Legendary
I mean, that
Godzilla
doesn't
be
really
able
matter
to
because
defeat this Titan?
Legendary
At
can
this
lift,
stage, it would have been
like, can bully
almost
kaiju
impossible for
over
Legendary to defeat
more
this
than
Titan.
half of
But
his
there's
weight.
still
Over.
Because it would
weakness
technically
that
mean that
all
Heisei
Shin
Godzilla would
Godzillas
also be
have.
faster.
Energy depletion.
But he
If
is.
for whatever reason Legendary Godzilla figures out that this Titan's energy depletes at fast rates, the G-Man would once again have to change his fight methodology. Instead of charging head-on against a stronger physical kaiju, the G-Man
Yeah.
would now have to taunt Shin into using its atomic weaponry, dodge these
Taunting.
attacks, hopefully for enough
Wouldn't he
time
just
for
use
Shin
like
to be fully
two,
depleted of
like,
energy,
couldn't he just
where the
use like
G-Man
his tail beam as well though?
could
Blast him
move
from
in
two
Also,
sides.
shouldn't it slice right through the building into Godzilla?
Yeah, it would.
Not like
It
it
would-
would, not like it would matter, but
Yeah, not like it would do
if-
anything, but like, wouldn't in the beams, even if in the 4th form, the beams just slice through buildings.
Yeah.
So, hiding behind buildings isn't gonna do much.
But failure to get Shin to waste its energy would only mean that Shin would completely destroy Legendary Godzilla in a close 1v1
Boom.
confrontation. Or worse, get blasted to death by a superior atomic weapon. This scenario now
Yeah, I don't
seems
know. I don't
very
know if
difficult
it'd be
to win for the
superior.
G-Man.
I don't
But
know
let's
about
say
that.
for whatever reason,
It
legendary
probably might
G-Man
be since he's
survives,
evolving a
and
counter
Shin
legendary.
Godzilla is given enough time to regenerate to yet another form. Number 3, the
The
sixth
sixth form.
This simulation will be taken a step further and develop another alternative ending to this fight. In this scenario, legendary Godzilla survives the encounter with Shin's more powerful fifth form, but Shin now aims to annihilate the G-Man. In order to do this, Shin Godzilla will now develop a final form capable of surpassing legendary in every single way. What does legendary Godzilla still have in its favor?
So he's okay. Let me just say this, guys. Built to counter legendary Godzilla in his sixth form in every way. Does that remind you guys of any other Titan in the Monsterverse? The Mutos. Like, sure, he can be built to counter legendary, but legendary beat every Muto, and they're a species that is literally made to beat the Gojiras. Like,
Yeah.
like regardless if he's built to counter him in speed, intelligence, strength, like. Well, let's say for you had an EMP, legendary's still gonna win. It's already been proven.
In strength? In strength? Like if he's superior to him in strength, it doesn't matter since he fought Muto Prime, who's stronger than him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, they should scale to each other, but like yeah.
But like he's already fought Kaido. He's beaten the Queen Muto, who's still alive. Murdered Muto Prime, who's the strongest out of all of them. Beat the male and female Muto while weakened from an EMP. So regardless of Shin being built to counter him, he's already fought kaijus that counter him. So, I mean, there's not much you can say.
Yeah, wait, pause it.
I did.
Unless, like, what's the guarantee of it actually countering him? Because, well, you remember his back being exploded by missiles?
Yeah.
Like in the nighttime scene? Yeah. So, to counter it, he developed back wings, right?
Yeah.
After that, he still was weak to missiles. He didn't gain an adaptation on his... He didn't gain an adaptation on his physical body, not like any beams or shit.
Only just a new ability.
Just a new ability, like a ranged attack. Like he had developed a range attack, not a physical one.
Yeah.
So like, who's to say that? Who's to guarantee that?
Who's really here to say that he's gaining, advantages over legendary?
His atomic breath
like
is still
who's to say that?
Weapon, capable of still inflicting serious damage if used correctly.
Yeah.
But this sixth form will now evolve into something that will leave no edge to the G-Man.
It's got wings. That don't seem like much of a problem. Legendary's he's fought King Ghidorah, who is the strongest dude in the Monsterverse. Like, villain.
There has been something
that
was used to effectively counter the effects of Godzilla's atomic breath. Electromagnetic pulses.
Oh, perfect. What were you just talking about? An EMP that can counter Legendary's breath? Oh, that's already happened. The Legendary destroyed the male and the female Muto. So my man obliterated them.
Plus, who's to say that? Who's to say that Legend? First of all, wait, pause it. Who's to say that Legendary will let Shin evolve? Who's to say he'll let him evolve? Like,
he said in the video if Shin somehow got time.
Oh, never mind. But still.
But okay, for example, look at the scene. Legendary is weakened, and his breath is still harming the female Muto.
Well, it's not harming. It just.
And keep in mind, he's weakened.
Actually, it didn't harm her. It just knocked her out.
No, it hurt her.
It didn't. It knocked her out.
If this concept is
regardless, the atomic breath is still doing something while it's weakened.
Tuned specifically to counter its opponent's atomic blast and not its own. Another attribute that Shin could now upgrade is its locomotion. In the film, it is mentioned that this ability to evolve would have eventually allowed Shin to be capable of flight. Precisely the type of locomotion abilities that would let it have a definitive edge over legendary Godzilla.
I'm pretty sure that's a fanfic, though.
Yeah, already fought Ghidorah.
I'm pretty sure that the other form is a fanfic.
This new winged Shin now has the ability to fly or glide towards a lesser Godzilla, using its EMP-like ability to snuff out the G-Man's atomic breath and bring down the G-Man with sheer brute force, or use a new atomic ray of its own. We could go as far as to say that this Shin can now emit atomic blasts from more controlled parts of its body, including its arms, tail, and other areas. But would you believe that this isn't the end of it? According to the lore, Shin Godzilla could technically evolve to astronomical proportions, bigger than any kaiju we have ever witnessed. Although this concept
doesn't matter in that
in reality, the point remains. If not stopped or destroyed.
It doesn't matter. It was retcon plus. It was made by fans.
What the for the wings?
Oh, the other forms.
Oh wow! So not even canon.
Would become the strongest and most powerful Godzilla of all time. Do you think
I felt like he should have at least mentioned that it wasn't canon.
Do you still think legendary Godzilla could win against Shin's 6th form?
Yes, I still believe Legendary would demolish the 6th and 5th form. I still believe in that. No matter what you say, I'm still saying Legendary's gonna demolish.
Let us know in the comments. Please subscribe to this channel to fill your feed with more awesome.
Alright guys, I want to say one thing about this video. No hate to, like I said, no hate to Goji Center. I just wanted to debunk this a little bit and prove why I think Legendary will still win. But I do want to bring up, I want to bring up a good point. There was a person in the comment section who said, wait, so all Godzilla's beam are radiation, which is obviously correct. And Legendary absorbs the radiation. So wouldn't Legendary just absorb Shin Godzilla's radiation from his atomic beam, from his atomic breath? Like, he would just absorb the beam, and then, like, he just grows stronger. Like, he can just, like, you can argue that, but, like, I think it'd take time for him to do that. But, like, it's still a good point. But what were you saying, Manic?
Guys, so you might see Goji Center in our videos because we have more videos we could debunk.
Oh, so many more.
Because yeah. We're power scalers, and we know.
Yeah, who knows?
Not trying to come up as arrogant. We're arrogant, but
yeah, we're not trying to give you guys the impression that we hate Goji Center. No, we don't. I think their videos are good.
If you power scale them, it gives a more accurate depiction on who would win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see all you nerds in the next video. See ya.